Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Neck Crochet Tejido. Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful fall or winter dress. It's absolutely gorgeous, super easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see the video in English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel. You'll find the English version in there. Also, you can send me a message and I can send you the link. And at the end of each tutorial, I leave a playlist with all my English videos. For this design, this is the material that I have. Is from Loose and Thread Muse, 100 grams each, medium 4. The color is turquoise and gray, and it is 93% acrylic, 7% polyester. The crochet hook is a 6.5 millimeter. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissors. This is the stitch that we're gonna use. Is the same as the last one that I did for the crop sweater. That is just the sleeve and the little top. I absolutely love that stitch, so I decided to do something different with a stitch. So I did this piece that's gonna be like a long sweater, almost like a long winter dress. Well, the length is up to you, the length that you want to give to yours. This one is not that long, like I have my legs, I don't know. So it's up to you, the length. The amount of yarn that you have, you have to play with all that. So for the other one, I did a chain of 63. That I wish I have done that for this one. I did only 58 because I was thinking to do just a sweater, and the other one was a little bit loose in the back. And then I say, well, I'm gonna do 58. I'm gonna remove one of these motifs. That way it's a little bit smaller than the other one, but then I decided to go longer, and then I hope this will fit. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this stitch. So we're gonna do the two panels like this, and then we'll sew it together and do the sleeves, and it will look amazing. So the stitch is multiple of 5 plus 6 for the end and 7 for the beginning, so it's multiple of 5 plus 13. That's why I did 58 for the stitch, and the other piece was plus 3 more to turn your work around, because I did it on the chain, the stitch, but this time I only did a chain 1 extra, and I did a single crochet row, and then I did the stitch. That way I have a more thick stitch on the border. So that's what I did for this one. So I did a chain of 58 plus 1 to turn my work around. So I'm gonna start with a slip knot, and I'm gonna do my 58 chains plus 1 to turn my work around. So remember, if you want to do this bigger, you just add 5, 10, add those 58. This will be like a regular medium. You know, sometimes you do a medium that will fit a large almost. No, this one will fit a medium. If you want this for a large, I recommend from 63 to 68 stitches. That way you have more room in your piece. And if you want a bigger, you can add more, you know. If you want a smaller, you can remove 5 at a time. So I will do my chain, my 58 chain plus 1. I will turn my work around. I will do that row of single crochet, and I will meet you here to do the first row of the stitch. Once you finish and you do 3 chains to turn your work around, you're gonna do a yarn over, and the next space you're gonna do a double crochet. And I did a change from the last piece. I chain 1 in here. That's the change at the beginning and at the end. That way we get more space in the first stitch. Yarn over, and you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 you're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same space. Now you're gonna do a yarn over. You're not gonna do any chain space, only yarn over, and you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 again. You're gonna do 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same space, and like that you're gonna continue working, doing your 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet until you have only 6 stitches left. And remember, you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 is where you do your stitch. Here I have 6 stitches. I'm gonna chain 1, yarn over. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 I'm gonna do a double crochet, and then number 6, the last one, another double crochet. And you see the same way you have the 2 stitches in the chain space at the beginning, you have it at the end. You're gonna chain 3. You're gonna turn your work around, and you're gonna do the same repetition in this second row. Yarn over, you're gonna do a double crochet, and top of that double crochet you're gonna chain 1, yarn over, in that chain space you're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet in the same space. Yarn over inside the chain 1 space, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and like that you're going to continue this row until the end, exactly the same as the first one. And at the end you're going to finish with a chain 1 and 2 double crochet, 1 on each space. Once you finish, you're gonna cut your yarn, and I have my 2 tails to the left, and that will be the right side of my piece. That's what I did for this one. So I'm gonna change color, and now you're gonna do 3 row repetition. So that will be these 3 row, and then you'll cut the yarn and again do it with the next color. This is perfect project to use all your leftover yarn. That'll be perfect for that. So I'm gonna do slip knot, and I'm gonna come to the chain 3 in the top. I'm gonna slip, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn over. I'm gonna do a double crochet on top of this double crochet, And now you're not going to chain one. Now you're going to do a long double crochet that you will hug these two chain space, all those two spaces. So yarn over, you'll come with a hook through the first space, and then you do a long double crochet like so. Yarn over, two double crochet and the chain one space, chain one, two double crochet in the same space, and that's the repetition that you're gonna do. Yarn over, a long double crochet through the first space from the bottom up, and then in here two double crochet, chain one, two double crochet in the same space, and that's how you're gonna continue working all the way until the end. And really the only row that change is this one, because the other two that you're gonna do are exactly the same as 1 and 2. So when you get here, remember to do your long double crochet, but I keep forgetting sometime to do it, and I continue work, and then I realize that I have to do it, and then I have to frog and go back again. And then you'll do the long double crochet and your two double crochet at the end. Once you finish, you'll chain 3, and that counts as the first double crochet. You go to the next double crochet, you will do your double crochet, you will chain 1, yarn over, and the chain 1 space, you will want to do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, yarn over, you go to the next chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and like that you're going to continue all the way until the end. You're going to finish this row, and you're going to do exactly the same as you did in these two rows, the same repetition, exactly the same what you're doing in here. You will finish with the color, you will cut your yarn, and then you start over again with the first color or the color that you choose to do your next row. For this one, after I did these two row with the gray, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 full repetition, and then in the number 14 I only did the first row, and then I divided my two shoulders, and I will show you how you're going to do this when it's the time to do it. First you have to work all these. So I'm going to finish those two rows, this one and the next one, and then I will change color. I will show you one more time how you're going to work the stitch, and then from there you can do the length that you decide you want for yours, and then we work on the top of our piece. Once you finish, you'll cut your yarn, and then we're gonna start on the right side of our piece, and this side from right to left. That way, this row always you do the stitch on the same side, okay? But if you like, you can work either way, working on the back. Don't gonna look exactly the same as if you do them all them the same way. And that's what I'm doing for mine. So I'm gonna do slip knot, and I'm gonna come here to the third chain, pass the loop, and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, you're gonna do a double crochet on top of that double crochet, and now you're gonna do a long double crochet, trapping those 2 rows. And now you're gonna do again your 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. These always stay the same. Yarn over, a long double crochet, yarn over, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same space, and like that you're gonna continue working this row until the end. Always remember to make sure that you do the last long double crochet, and then you do your 2 double crochet. You're gonna chain 3, do a double crochet, chain 1, and do the stitch. Go all the way to the other side, finish with the chain 1 and 2 double crochet, chain 3, do a double crochet, chain 1, and do that row again. You'll cut the yarn and you go back again here and do this repetition, and you want to do those repetitions until you have the desired length, until it's time to separate the shoulders. So remember, for my full, I didn't count this because this wasn't a full 3 rows, so I start counting from here. 13 of these full 3 rows I did, and then in this one I only did the first row, and then I separated the shoulder. So I'm gonna work on mine, and then when it's time to do this for the front, I will show you, but for mine I have to work even higher in order to do the back piece. I want my back piece to be all the way here, only leaving the last row for the top, so it'll be nice and high. So it's up to you the length that you want to do. You can do a little bit longer than this. I wish I have done 15 full row. That will be a little bit longer, so it's up to you. So I will meet you here. I will work on mine. I will meet you here when it's time to do this part. And remember, it's very easy. If you forget, you go back to the beginning of the video where I start working the row repetition with the turquoise, and then you can continue working over and over. But it's very easy. So I decided that I'm going to give this a little bit extra length because it's, you know, like too short for me. It's like half of my upper legs, halfway, a little higher up than, you know, closer to higher than the knee length. You know what I mean? So I decided that I'm gonna remove these pieces in here. I'm gonna cut that off and then finish this stripe and do the full blue stripe, and then I will separate the shoulders. So in total, if I count, so this time I'm gonna count this because really this is a full stripe because I have 3 rows. The row of single crochet plus these 2 is a full stripe. So if I count this one as the first stripe, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 full stripe that I will do before I separate the collar and the shoulders. It's better to do it now that I'm still working on the design, that later when I finish and try it on, I will say, I wish I had done those extra 2 stripes. So now I would do that, and then when it's time for me to work on this, I will show you how you're gonna do it. So I already cut this side. You don't can be afraid to do something like this crazy. And I will show you. So you come here if you're doing something crazy like this, and you just cut this off. The thing is that I already lost those ends, so you have to be brave and do something crazy like this. You know, it's better now than later. Than if you're not sure about the length of something, just change it, just do it, because later and then you will wish that you have done it. So if in doubt, just do it. So there we go. I'm ready here to do the extra rows that I have to do. And the tail is from the one up, or from here, so I had to lose that tail again. I'm not gonna be cutting everything. So you see, I'm ready to do the extra 2 rows, and with this color do the 3 with the blue, and then do the top part, this part again. So you don't gonna be afraid to cut. So before I go, I wanted to show you. Before I go, I'm going to show you how I'm gonna continue working with my next piece. I don't want to undo all this and waste all that yarn. I already wasted enough, so I'm gonna do a slip knot. I'm the lady of the slip knots. I always start anything, change the color, anything with a slip knot. That way nothing will fall apart. So I'm gonna pass through the top of these, and in here I'm gonna pass that. I'm gonna do a yarn over, and I'm gonna do my double crochet just like that, and you have your work nice and secure. And later you just sew these 2 ends, and that's it. You're gonna chain 3, you're gonna turn your work around, and you're gonna continue working as you're supposed to, like that. It's very easy to, especially when you are working and then you finish with 1 ball of yarn halfway, and then you have to start with a new ball of yarn. You can do that, and you don't gonna have any seams. So once I do those 2 stripes, I will show you in this one how to work the front, and then when I work in the next one, I will show you how to do the back. It'll be even better. I finished with the length, and now I'm gonna separate the shoulders and leave open the color for the head. So I'm gonna work on these 3 motifs, and then I will separate here and then do the same for the other side. So I already have the length that I want, and when you finish here, you're gonna chain 3, you're gonna turn your work around exactly the same, and you want to work your double crochet on top of this double crochet. You want to chain 1, yarn over. All this stays exactly the same. 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, yarn over, next space, 2 double crochet, chain 1. My stomach is rumbling. I have to go to lunch. I don't know if you can hear it. So yarn over, work on the last one. That's funny. I'm like Winnie the Pooh. I have a rumble and the tumble. You're gonna do the last one, and then you're gonna chain 1 this time, and yarn over on top of this elongated double crochet. You're gonna do a double crochet and a double crochet on top of this double crochet from this motif. You see, it looks exactly the same as the second row of this one, exactly, but in a short form. So you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna turn your work around, and you're gonna work exactly the same this row. You're gonna cut your yarn, and then you're gonna work on the turquoise from this side out. You will do your 3 rows and you're done, and then you go to the other side of this and work the other side. To work the other side, since you're coming from right to left, you have to continue here from right to left. So you will come to this stitch, you will chain 3, do the double crochet on top of this long double crochet, chain 1, do these stitches and finish the next row, and then you work with the next color from this side out, because no, from this side in, because it's the wrong, yeah, from this side. So you finish the front and then you'll work on the back piece. I already have the back at the same length of this one. So for this one I still have to do a full, you see that one I only doing a full 1 row and then separating. For this one you have to do your 3 rows, and then you'll work with the turquoise, and then only 1 row you're gonna separate in the last one. That way the back is higher than the front. So work in this one, and then when it's time to separate the second one, I will show you. I finished the front and back, and if you look at my piece, I did a little bit of a change from what I did before and from the explanation that I gave you. You know, I like to change sometime my design here and there. But what I did an extra row with the gray. Remember, before I finished with the turquoise, I finished with the gray. And I did for the back 1 more row with the gray. And then instead of doing the half a row for the back, I did it straight. That way you get the same finish on the border, and it will look really nice like that. So I wasn't going to do another half a row, because then I have to do another half a row here in the front of the gray. It will be too much. So it will be nice and straight, and this will be nice and high on the back. Now, after I sew the 2 shoulders, I'm going to separate the size of the sleeves, and then I will sew each side, and then I will work in one of my sleeves, and then I will keep note and track of everything that I will do for my first sleeve, and then when it's time for me to do the second one, I will give you the step by step. But we're almost done, and I'm gonna do exactly the same stitch for the sleeve, and I'm gonna work on the round, so we don't gonna need these border stitch, just these ones is what we're gonna work. So nice and easy. The same way that I show you how to sew this shoulder, you're gonna do the second one, and then you're gonna sew the side exactly the same, and you're gonna measure the size of your armhole in order to do the sleeve. I recommend not to do it too small, leave a little bit of a room in order for you to put something underneath, a long sleeve top or something, but leave a little bit of room. Well, it's up to you the size that you want to do the sleeve. And when you sew the side here, make sure that you sew the stripe exactly matching the stripes. And I'm gonna sew with the gray color, so I just wanted to mention that. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sew the shoulder, sew the side, leave the size of the arm for my piece, and then I will do one of the sleeve, and then when I meet you here will be to show you how you're gonna work the sleeves. I finished my first sleeve, and I absolutely love the way I look. I look amazing. So I did the stitch, and I started here under the arm, but I don't start on the seam. I start where the blue stripe is. I did the sewing until halfway of this stripe, and then I started there. That was my first stitch, and I did one other stitch per each stripe here in the top of the shoulder and the center where I sew the two pieces together. I did one as well, so in total I have 11 of these. And what I did, I start here with the chain of 3. I did a double crochet in the same space, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and came to this one exactly the same, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet with no chain in between, just this stitch. And around you don't need the 2 double crochets, and the spaces at the beginning you don't need that, just the stitch, and it is perfect because you don't get any seams. So I work my sleeve, and it's perfect because I finished with the border of the gray, exactly the same as here in the front and back, and at the beginning as well I have the gray. Perfect. So depending on the length of yours is how the sleeve gonna work out. I started with a 2 row of the gray, exactly the same as the beginning of your piece. I did those 2, and that's count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a stripe plus the round at the first row of this one when you do the long double crochet, and that is absolutely perfect. So depending on the length of your piece is how the stripe gonna work out. So I'm gonna start mine, and I'm already using, this is what I have left from the third ball of each. I have more of these. I have bought a lot of these when I bought this yarn on sale on Michael a few years ago. So I have a lot of these and different colors as well. A navy blue and a light gray as well. So since I gave extra length to this, remember before I had done the color until here, so I added this much on each side at the front and back, this much. So that's why I don't have enough with 3 balls. Maybe if you do yours a little bit shorter than mine, you'll have enough with 3 because it's quite long. This is quite long, almost to my knee now, but I absolutely love it, and I'm glad I gave that extra length. So now I'm gonna work on the sleeve, and I will show you how I did the beginning, and then you can take it from there. I'm gonna start my slip knot, and I still working the sleeve with the 6.5mm crochet hook, the same hook that I did the piece. Sometimes I change to a smaller size, but for this one I'm keeping the same size. So I'm gonna come here. I don't wanna work inside the stitch. I'm gonna work in the little hole there. I'm gonna pass the loop. I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna trap the tail at the same time there. A double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet in the same space. Yarn over. You're gonna come here of the center row. You have 3 rows, so on the one in the center one, you're gonna do again 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same space. Yarn over. You see, you have this first and the second row, and there, that was the double crochet. You're gonna pass it through there, and you're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and like that you're gonna continue working all the way around, and you're gonna finish with a slip stitch on here. On the center, what I did, in between the stitches, I did here the stitch in the center of the shoulder, and then I did my other 5 on the other side. Okay. I have 3, I have 4 and 5, and then the one for the shoulder. So like this, you're going to continue working all the way around. You're going to finish with a slip stitch. You're going to slip stitch to the center at the chain space, and then you'll chain 3 and continue with the stitch exactly the same as you did for the body. It's the same repetition, exactly the same. The only thing that you're working in the round, easier and faster. So like that, you're going to continue until you have the desired length, and then you'll do your other sleeve exactly the same, and then you're done your piece. So I'm going to work on mine off camera until I have those 10 stripes, and then I will meet you here to show you the end result. But it's a beautiful, beautiful design. I finished my 2 sleeves exactly the same. The color is perfect because it's not too open. It's nice and warm on your chest. I absolutely love this design. I'm gonna put it on the mannequin, or maybe I will put it on and I will show you the end result. Well, here it is. Absolutely love this design. I put some leggings on the mannequin, and remember, the mannequin is a size small and this is a size medium, so it's a little bit loose on the waist. I try it on and it look amazing. So I absolutely love this design, and next week we're going to be working on the matching hat. I absolutely love this set. Now I'm going to turn the mannequin around, that way you can see the front and look the back, nice and high in the back. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. This is the front. I absolutely love this design. It look amazing, and the length of the sleeve is perfect. At the beginning, when I was working in the first sleeve, I tried on to stripe shorter, and I realized that with this length it look amazing, amazing. I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys like it. I give it a thumbs up and give it a try, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful design and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Ne Crochet Tejido, or my Instagram, Ruby Ne Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family and in groups, and don't forget to give the thumbs up. Just with a thumbs up or a hello or an emoji, you will help me a lot here in YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye. Oh, and next week we'll be working on the beautiful hat.